Hey, welcome back, everybody. Dr. John Shufeldt, who is the medical director at Native Air Ambulance, is here taking your calls. How are you?
I'm doing good. How have you been?
Good to see you. Finally got over my cold.
Excellent.
Yeah, so I'm doing a lot
It's all
better.
that great medical advice.
It must be. It had to be. All right, Connie is our first caller. Hi, Connie.
Hi.
How are you?
Fine. How are you?
Terrific. What's your question?
I just have a question. I just had a physical about 2 months ago, and I have like no energy, and everything just came back fine. You know, I had no problems with anything. My blood work was fine and everything. I just have no energy.
That's actually kind of a common complaint people have, Connie, and it can be it can be tons of different things. It depends kind of what they checked in your physical. For example, if they checked your thyroid function test, that's not something they typically check in a standard physical. Some people just find that they're not sleeping enough at night, and once they get their normal sleep pattern back, they have a lot more energy during the day. So it could be almost a whole variety of things, but you probably ought to follow up with your physician and look into it a little more deeply.
Yeah, you think you have no energy. Try getting up at 4 o'clock every morning. That kills it. All right, Peggy's on the line right now. Hi, Peggy.
Hi.
How are you? What's your question?
I've been struggling trying to get my blood pressure down naturally. Most of my family members are on high blood pressure medication, and I just really don't want to do it because of the long-term complications. I think I've purchased enough herbs and everything. Right now I'm trying to figure out, do I start exercising? Do I continue with the herbs? What is the best thing that I can do to try to get this under control?
Well, you probably won't like my answer, Connie. Actually, probably the best thing to do is get on some blood pressure medication, simply because, Peggy, to get on some blood pressure medication. I don't know a lot about herbal supplements for blood pressure. However, the long-term effects of high blood pressure are much worse than taking the medication for blood pressure. It's probably worth actually getting on the medication, going to see your physician. It's just a long-term problem to have high blood pressure and not deal with it quickly and appropriately.
All right, Peggy, good luck to you. Sandy's our next caller. Hi, Sandy.
Hi. I have been seen at UCLA Medical Center, and I was diagnosed with solvent neurotoxicity. And my question is, since I didn't get any answers really there, is there any hope? Is there any cure for this? I was told that the chemicals are in the subcortex, eating away the brain. I'm trying to find someone who could, tell me, where to go or if there's any hope. Currently, I'm in an electric wheelchair, so I'm only 38. And,
wow.
I'm tired of not getting any answers.
And boy, I can understand that. It's one of those things that's pretty unusual, and you probably learned that already. I think the biggest thing is making sure you're not still exposed to those solvents, and I'm sure you're not. Past that, I think you're going to need to find that rare specialist who has a lot of experience in this. A good place to start actually might be the Arizona Poison Center. They have a toxicologist there, Dr. Stephen Curry, for example, is a world-renowned expert, and he may be able to, or they may be able to kind of point you in the right direction to getting some answers.
All right, Sandy, thanks for your call and the best of luck to you. Ava is our next caller. Hi, Ava.
Hi. I have a question. My joints have been really, really bad. Like, it started when the heat came about a month ago, and I can't move my wrists, I can't move my elbows, and it just really, really hurts all the time. Is that because of the weather, or is it?
Ava's probably not because of the weather. There's probably another cause of it. And there's a lot of different things that can cause your joints to first swell and then cause you to have some pain as well. A lot of people just start with anti-inflammatories, for example, Motrin or Advil, and see if that gives them some symptomatic relief. However, if it doesn't, it definitely needs to be investigated for a couple different things. One of them is rheumatoid arthritis, for example, or other causes of arthritis that can be easily treated or at least treated.
All right, Ava, the best of luck to you. My joints have been bothering me too, but I pretty much narrowed it down to Mac Newton as the cause of that.
You overdid it.
But we'll be better in the long run. We want to put up the website so you can go check out nextcare.com if you have any other questions or if you want to speak to Dr. Shufeldt. So thank you. We appreciate your time. We'll see you next time. And Marty, back to you.
You know what? You know the caller that called in about the no energy?
Right.
I found that was happening to me for a while when it started heating up. And, it was because I wasn't drinking enough water.
Yeah, that's a great advice.
How often do you see that?
Well, I'm probably the worst. Since I've been Diet Coke drinking, I'm probably the worst case of it. But a lot of people are chronically dehydrated. So you need to drink about a gallon a day. Is that true? Because you hear people say that, but is that really the case? It actually probably is the case. Now, it probably won't show up in their electrolytes, but however, if you can actually measure that, and I was about 3 liters down of fluid.
Is that right?
Yeah, like an empty gas tank.
Wow, and that can really wipe you out, right?
Absolutely.
Headaches.
Just lethargy, yeah,
Tired.
just feeling weak and tired.
Yeah.
I thought I was drinking enough, but I guess not.
No. Well, and how much do you really, I mean, you hear all these crazy, a gallon and a half, 2 gallons. I mean, how much is
I mean, most people think if you
water?
drink about a gallon of water a day, that's
Is that
more
really
than